Welcome to the Stress Outlet. My name is Dr. Kimberly Quinn, and I'm here in Denver, Colorado, visiting our youngest. I was trying to show you the Rocky Mountains out there, but I think a little too much of a glare, so we'll go back over here. So we're talking in the last reel about overthinking and how overthinking is a manifestation of anxiety. And it doesn't necessarily have to be somebody diagnosed with anxiety. It can simply be a pattern that you kind of allowed to happen, and then it snowballs like a wet snowball rolling downhill, where we're dissecting things we've done, and we get into the woulda, coulda, shouldas and that whole thing. Well, here's the thing, is it is a pattern. We've talked about the patterns. We talked about the patterns gaining strength like the snowball, increasing, getting bigger, 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 until we get it that it's a brain thing, a pattern, and we throw a wrench in it, okay? Here's one of the many reasons. It's, your life minutes are valuable. That's the biggest reason to throw a wrench in that pattern. Again, a pattern interrupt. So here's the thing, is that regular overthinking about the presentation that was 3 days ago, and I should have said this and could have, I forgot my notes, and I forgot to say that big sentence I wanted to say at the end, and I had a quote I wanted to say, nah, nah, nah. It's all over. It doesn't matter. Here's the thing, is that regular, mild overthinking can also lead to rumination, and rumination is focusing on what's wrong. Rumination is often part of depressive thinking, leads to depressive thinking. It's all wrapped up together, okay? So here's the thing, again, I'm not saying people need to be diagnosed with depression. You can be, but sometimes we can just slide down, somebody who's not diagnosed, just slides down a rabbit hole. Maybe it's just a cloudy, rainy day, and you kind of let your mind go, and before you know it, you're focused on what's wrong in your life. And here's the thing, what's wrong in your life is always going to be available. And it's not a word I use very often. It's about what we select and choose. So when you start to go down the rabbit hole of overthinking, realizing that can be a straight path to rumination, and focusing from the presentation that didn't go well to that last presentation that didn't go well 2 months ago to that presentation that didn't go well 4 years ago, and if it's college, you got an F maybe or a D minus, and the teammate didn't show up and you did all the work, and nah. Or it's a professional thing, and it was for your boss, and so-and-so got the promotion and you didn't. It's probably because of that, nah. So realize that these are valuable life minutes you're allowing to slide right down the rabbit hole. I'm not saying it with judgment. It's an observation, because patterns, the brain patterns, again, gain strength, and they will continue to do so until we take charge, like the jockey on a big, majestic Kentucky Derby horse, and take the reins and reel it back in. So we talked about distracting yourself cognitively with something that takes big juice, and then start to hand pick